One mother in Bledsoe County says problems at her son's funeral made an already terrible day even worse. Good evening, I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Josh Rowe. This is 17-year-old Aiden Pearson. We told you about him back in September after he was killed in an ATV accident. He left behind 6 siblings as well as his mother, who told us the loss has been devastating. She says Aiden's funeral was meant to have an open casket, but after the embalming process, the funeral home told her that wasn't an option. News Channel 9's Mary Beth Mangrum has reached out to the family to learn more about what happened to Aiden's body. We want to warn you here, some may find the details of this story disturbing.
The pallbearers, we had a couple of them that got sick after we got to the burial spot because the smell was so bad.
This chair is where Aiden used to sit to wait for Bobby until she came home from work. She says she fears what happened after his death will make her and her children's last memories of Aiden something they can't forget.
She decided that not only did we need to close the casket, we also needed to remove the casket from the chapel and put a duplicate empty casket in its place.
Bobby Money says she signed off on an open casket for her son, but that changed on the day of his first visitation.
We were never told that there were any issues or anything. And
she says the funeral director at the Putnam Reed Funeral Home told her that the change was due to an odor. But the embalming report she received doesn't have odor marked.
When we asked the funeral home why it wasn't marked, that's when she told us, well, everybody has an odor.
While the empty casket sat inside during the service, Bobby says she had to go to her car.
When I walked past the hearse, I got a whiff of something, and I turned my head and looked into the back of the hearse, and my son's coffin with my son was inside that hearse.
A lot of my other family didn't want that to be the last memory, but that scent is haunting us.
Family friend Stephen Fernandez helped Bobby file a complaint with the state against the funeral home.
You could smell the odor coming from outside that concrete vault that they had put him in.
When I went and asked questions, that's when I found out that they do not have a cooler.
One Chattanooga funeral director told us there is no law in Tennessee requiring funeral homes to have a cooler on their premises. Putnam Reed Funeral Home director Heather Reed Poston wouldn't speak to us directly, but their attorney responded, saying, quote, Heather has addressed concerns expressed by Aiden's mother. And while she, quote, does not wish to respond to these claims publicly, Aiden was treated with the love and dignity shown to all families. In Bledsoe County, Mary Beth Mangrum, News Channel 9.
We also reached out to the state to find out any specific rules or laws about handling bodies and ask if there are any additional complaints against this funeral home. We'll let you know when we hear back.
Thanks for making News Channel 9 your trusted source for local news. For updates and the latest on breaking news, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.